Hi Libra, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-April 2024 love reading. Thanks to those of you who've liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridge and the gap spread. And the way it works is look at the past, present, and future energies between you and your main love interest. Once we get through all that, we'll pull some oracle cards for some additional insight as well. That's where bridge and the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, some can be referred and the cards on the left is your energy and the cards on the right is the other person's. If you feel like it's the way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have illusion. So this is the equivalent of the moon. And it could just be saying that maybe you weren't necessarily sure how to perceive this person in the past, so there could have been interest on your part, but at the same time you weren't necessarily sure if you could trust what you were seeing with this person. Or to be fair, given that this is illusion, it could just be saying that maybe you were presenting confusing energy toward them as well. But in a way, those two energies could work together, right? Because if you're unsure of the person, then you might hold back some too, so it could just been energy that fed on each other both ways, to be fair. Past energy on their side, we have the Hermit, which is Virgo energy, and the Knight of Swords, which is Gemini energy. I feel like this is saying they might have tried to observe you for a while, so ironically, which might have been what you were doing in the past as well. But I feel like this is saying that after observing you for a while, they might have decided to come forward and communicate with you, maybe express some interest toward you as well. Alright, present energy on your side, we have the Two of Arrows. So this is actually a Libra energy here, and if we look at the artwork, it looks like they're sleeping, and it looks like there's an angelic figure leaning over them, and it looks like they're holding one of those arrows, and usually the arrows point to communication. So it could just be saying that you might have actually been getting some dreams, possibly, or some kind of signs and synchronicities from spirit that might have been guiding you forward as to what the best next step was to take with the connection. Alright, and present energy on their side, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is a Virgo energy here, just like we saw at the past as well. And to me, this says it looks like they're trying to come toward you in practical ways, right? So they might not be blatantly romantic with their advances toward you, but I feel like they do try to show up in practical ways and try to make a continuous effort toward you. Alright, future energy on your side, we have the Queen of Cups. So this is actually Cancerian energy here, and from the body language we see a much more open energy toward their energy on that side, and then we see the moon as well. So the next water moon that we'll have will actually be toward the end of April in Scorpio. So for some of you, maybe that's pointing to the timeline where you'll be feeling this energy the most. But if not that, it could just be saying that with time, you're actually going to find yourself feeling more open toward the connection, more sure of yourself around the connection as well. But whether or not you express your feelings to this person, that seems to be a little bit 50-50. Alright, and future energy on their side, we have the Queen of Wands. So this is Aries energy here, and to me it says they might actually grow a little bit frustrated, right? Because if you look at the artwork there, looks like they're a little bit frustrated, and it could just be saying that as they've tried to make advances towards you, right, they could just feel like if you haven't been expressing yourself one way or the other, they could just get to a point of frustration with it, thinking to themselves, well, maybe Libra's not interested, or really just feeling like if you're really not giving them any feedback, they might even start to second guess the attraction in general. Alright, bottom of the deck on your side, we have Innocence. So this is the equivalent of the Fool card in traditional tarot. So this could just be saying that eventually maybe you will actually open up and express your feelings for this person and try to advance the connection. Alright, bottom of the deck on their side, we have Justice. So this is actually Libra energy here. So on the one hand, it could just be saying that they might think of you quite often. But if not that, it could also just be saying that they might have reached that point, which is what we see in the future, where they might feel like, okay, well, I've made a few attempts to get things off the ground with Libra. They don't seem to be reciprocating. So at this point, they might view it as the ball's in your court. Like, okay, well, I made a couple of attempts to get things moving with us. Either Libra doesn't seem to be interested, or in any event, it looks like they're going to have to be the ones to take the next step toward me. So I feel like that could be how they could be viewing the connection at this point. Alright, moving on to your Oracle cards. First, we'll see what we get from the Messages of Love Oracle cards deck. Just going to pull a single card from this deck. Alright, got one there. And next, we'll see what we get from Wisdom Oracle deck. Same situation. It's going to pull a single card from this deck, and then we'll read the messages from both cards and wrap the reading up with that. Got one there. Alright, so from the Messages of Love, we have Integrity. It says, does this situation align with your values and morals? Interesting message there, right? Because it doesn't seem like anything either side is doing is deceptive in any way. Illusion can be viewed as deception in some cases, but I don't necessarily feel that's where you were coming from the connection. From the connection, I feel like it was just more of a situation where you weren't quite sure how to view this person. But maybe that's what you were thinking through, right? So that could have been why you were a little bit slow to open up toward the connection, where you were really trying to feel this person out and see, okay, are they trustworthy, right? But it could just be one of those things where you might take so long to arrive to that conclusion that this person might start to feel like you're not interested. But see what the Wisdom Oracle adds to the mix. All right, we have Breathe. There's the artwork, and the number is 29. Okay, the relationship message says, don't be in too much of a hurry right now. Our heart needs time to open. Take a breath and let nature take its course. Release constriction and anxiety, for there is no need for tension. Savor the moment, and the waiting won't prove difficult. Your heart knows what the ego often resists learning. Patience pays off in deep and meaningful ways. So interesting message there, right? Because I would say, for those of you who resonate with the energy on the left, looks like you're definitely taking your time with the connection. So interestingly enough, for those of you who resonate more with the energy on the right side, then this message might be more for you in that regard. But hopefully it resonates with you guys. Wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.